Yo, what's happening, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another live stream today. I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, let's first go over what's happening with Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin is obviously dumping really hard. And the question is this dump over, or are we getting a relief bounce? And it kind of looks like we are getting a short-term relief bounce at this current price. But to be honest with you, this kind of looks good to enter along. I'm kind of liking the setup. You can see that we are still holding this level here, but if we look at the daily time frame, you can see that we are still below this key level here for Bitcoin. This level 54,400. This was obviously the key level for BTC, and we are currently still trading below that point. So for me to take a long now could make sense, because I'm kind of looking at a potential setup for Bitcoin. Because the 30-minute candle did actually close above this key level, but it also closed respecting, right? So the 15, yeah, it's quite an interesting close. It's not like it's fully valid yet, but I'm looking at a potential long for Bitcoin right now at this current price. I do think that it's possible for us to see a move here. Yeah, you can see over here, you can just see right now it's looking really good. I'm liking the setup. Basically, what I'm looking at is if this next 5-minute candle can close bullish, then I will be looking at a potential long to the upside. Like I said earlier, I'm long on 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓, and the reason why I'm long on 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓 is because we broke above the 15-minute orb, and we made it a bit of a W recovery shape pattern. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that there is potential for 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓 to continue a little bit higher here. I'm looking to target back up to these highs yet because it's really oversold. So I did actually take a long for 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓. So let's see what happens. Stop loss is at break even right now. So I do think that it's possible to potentially see a little bit of a push here for 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓 and for Bitcoin especially. And you can see, guys, the single daily flows. So 2nd of August, we had massive outflows, which was on Friday. And overall, it's looking like we might see more downside. But yeah, right now, I am looking at a potential relief bounce for a long position, because that is something to look at, right? That is something to look at. The market can't just keep on going down. It has to have relief rallies in order for it to carry on to the downside. Because overall, we're obviously still quite bearish here. It's not looking good for Bitcoin, to be honest with you. But on the short term here, we can potentially look at a potential long, which is why we did take a long for 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓 at this current price. So overall, guys, market is in a tricky situation. We have the daily. Let's have a look at the daily. Everything's down almost 20%, which is quite hectic, right? So everything is pretty much down quite a lot here on the daily time frame, which means that there is potential for a little bit of a relief bounce, guys. We might see more downside, but I do think that we might see a potential relief rally. So I'm looking at a long here for Bitcoin. I'm just going to wait for this next 5-minute candle to close. Okay, once we get this next 5-minute candle to close here, I will be looking at a potential long for Bitcoin. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here for Bitcoin. 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓, we are long as well, like I said earlier. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. So overall, kind of just looking for this to move a little bit higher here. I do like how Bitcoin's holding this level here. I do like it how it's holding this level here. So let's hold on to this and see what happens. And then also, are they kind of looking good as well? We broke above this trend line. This was also a nice little W recovery pattern. This would have been the entry, almost 7% up on that. But yeah, I didn't actually enter that one. I was just a little bit late. 1 inch as well. 1 inch also broke above this level, looking absolutely really clean here. So just 𝗕𝗑𝗪𝗓, which I'm long on right now, and then that's about that. But let's have a run through all of these charts here. So I'm going to have a run through from the top to the bottom. Yeah, it looks like stats looking quite good for a move to the upside. I like this little recovery as well. Everything's kind of looking like it wants to recover. Even ADA looks good. APE, APT, ARB kind of looks good, yeah, as well. Everything kind of looking quite good here, guys. So yeah, what I'm looking at, Bake looks good. BB's holding Bitcoin Cash. Everything looking really, really nice here. BNB looks really good. So the 15 closed nicely. The 5-minute just closed above. I'm going to take a long here for BNB, guys. I'm going to take a long here for BNB. Stop loss just below this low here. Take profits is going to be at this high here, which is around about 6% move. Yeah, so I'm going to take a long here for BNB. Stop loss is at almost 2%, so we're gonna jump into this one with around about a 1% risk. So we're gonna jump into this for BNB here. Okay, so we're gonna go into BNB for a long here, and AVAX we still long there. I do think that it's possible for us to go a little bit higher for BNB. So we're going to take a long here with around about a $50 margin. Okay, so stop loss just below this low here at 447.6. 447.6. Okay, so we long on BNB here, 447.6. Yeah, take profit is going to be at 487.9. 487.9. All right. So we long here for BNB, we long here for AVAX. Like I said, guys, I do think it's possible for us to see a small little bounce here. I'm liking this setup a lot. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. AVAX looking good. Let's see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I mean, like honestly, the market's just been terrible. 24-hour, almost $1.3 billion worth of liquidations, guys. So yeah, the market's a little bit scary at the minute. So just be careful. This is why when we take trades, we move stop loss to break even. BNB, I'll move my stop loss to break even once we close above this point over here, because this is quite a strong little level here. But it's kind of looking like it wants to rip. I'm liking it. I do like it. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. So we obviously are long here for BNB. We long on AVAX. Everything's kind of looking good for a little bit of a bounce, guys. A little bit of a bounce here. So overall, kind of expecting a little bit upside. So just be careful. I mean, I'm not obviously telling you what to do here, but these are the trades that I'm looking at for the short term here. So let's see what happens. Yeah. So let's see here. 5 minutes looks good. I like BNB because BNB kind of made a beautiful break here. So if we have a look over here, this was a level. We had a little breakout. It's a beautiful V-shaped recovery with a bit of a high here. So there's probably a little bit of a divergence. If we have a look at this let's have a look at the RSI. There we go. Yeah, so there's a bit of bullish divergence. Yeah, there was bullish divergence from here to here. If we have a look at the 15, I think that we should see a bit of bullish. Yeah, there was a bullish divergence there. This was not clear. Yeah, I thought that would be a little bit, but all good. BNB still looks good to move a little bit higher on the 30 minutes. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here, guys. So obviously long here, BNB, long on pretty much just long on AVAX and BNB right now. I want AVAX to break this high. That would be amazing. If we can just break above this point over here, this would be a really, really good setup. Same thing with BNB. If BNB can break above this point over here, we should see a little bit more upside for BNB. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. BNB looking like it wants to rip here. Let's see. Everything kind of looking good. Everything looking good. Everything looking good. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. So we got 3 minutes until that closes. We have. I'm liking this. I'm liking this, guys. I'm liking the setup for BNB and then also AVAX. So we took this long for BNB based on the 15 minute and the 5 minute. So this was obviously the breakout. And then we're seeing a push here. So I'm liking the setup. You can see how we are breaking above this high here. So this is obviously a good indication. We're just going to remove this quickly just so it looks a little bit more clean here. And this is the setup, guys. It looks like BNB is about to pump here. Looks like we are going to see a little bit of a pump here. Yeah, have a look at that. Let's see. Let's see what happens, yeah. Okay, so we're long here. AVAX is about to break out here, guys. AVAX is about to break out. I do like the setup. BNB, we're breaking highs here. Looks really, really good. I like the look of this. I do think that we can just rip from this point. If we do, let's have a look here. Where are we going to go if price breaks? Yeah. Boom. We can come a little bit higher. Almost $500 there. That's possible. 500. So I'm going to put my TP for BNB at 500. And the reason why is because that is your volume profile. I can see us just breaking straight through this point over here. AVAX as well. AVAX kind of pumping nicely here, but we need to see a 5-minute closure above this point. We're going to duplicate this and just quickly see. Just want to quickly see how Bitcoin is doing, guys. 𝗕𝗏 just pumped really, really hard. But let's have a look at Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin gone? There we go. So Bitcoin back at 54K. Beautiful. Just be careful here for Bitcoin. It's at resistance. So 𝗕𝗏 closed above. BNB did close above. This is good. Stop loss to break even here for BNB. And AVAX is already at break even. So I'm just going to put my stop loss to break even for BNB here. Just give me 1 second here. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so we're long here. I do think it's possible for us to come a little bit higher. I do think that if we recover from this point, boom, we plugged in. If we do recover from this point, it is possible to obviously see a little bit more upside here. So, but BNB is at break even here, so just be careful. Okay, so we're still long on this point. I do feel like AVAX is the better play here. This BNB is a little bit overbought, a little bit on the downside here. But yeah, like I said, guys, I do think that BNB can rip here, so just be careful. We could potentially see upside here. I do think that's possible. With Bitcoin still looking quite good to the upside. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm actually going to take out 50% here for AVAX. Leave the rest and break even. Looks good. BNB still looks really nice. Yeah, so let's see. I do like the setup. It is a setup I would take. But yeah, overall market's kind of looking like it wants to bounce. Remember, guys, fear and greed index is 26, so ideal time to start looking at potential buying. And yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys did learn something today. Yeah, because I do think that the market is ready for a short-term bounce, but overall bearish. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Thanks again.